Hi everyone, welcome to another quick video development tip. Today we're looking at Entity Framework Core and cleaning up the configuration of the Fluent API for it. So what we have right now is a ASP.NET Core 2.2 app with our provider as SQL Server. And all we're doing in startup is we're adding our DB context for this context, and we're also configuring warnings, which was a tip that was in the first video. Inside program, we are just grabbing a context and make sure the database is created before we actually start our site. So let's look at the context. Let's actually look at the entities first. We have a customer, which has an ID and a name, and then a collection of orders. We have an order entity, which has ID, customer ID, and a description. And inside our context, we have two DB sets, one for each entity, customer, and order. We are also overriding the on-model creating method. The reason we're doing this is we want to add configurations to our entities and be able to use the Fluent API with this. I highly suggest using Fluent API over the annotations because it's easier to do more complex things and easier for readability if you don't have all your configurations scattered over entities and annotations. So what we're looking at is we have a model builder for order and a model builder for customer. We're model building for those. And on order, we're saying order has one customer with many orders and has this foreign key with this constraint name. So we're just setting up a one-to-many relationship. And we're also setting up a required on the description for the order and a max length. On customer, we're just saying the name is required and has a max length of 150. So if we could look at this in Azure Data Studio, what this looks like, we have the EF Core configuration database. We have the ID for order, customer ID, which is a foreign key, and the description with the nvarchar of 500. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this configuration. First thing we need to do is we need to set up a new folder, and we're going to call it configuration. And inside configuration, we are going to create a customer configuration, and we're going to implement a interface is iEntity type configuration, and we are going to, since generic, give it the type of customer, and we're going to bring that using in. And what this is looking for, if you look right here, we're going to interface. It's looking for a configure method. So what we're going to do is you see it gives us an entity type builder. So essentially what we can do is we can take this code right here, cut it, bring it over here. And what I just cut and pasted was the original model builder. And since we already have the type of customer, we don't need to use the model builder anymore. Instead, we can just use builder. I brought in the wrong configuration. This should actually be order. So let's go get the other one actually. So we brought over this and we're going to say builder.property. And then we're going to create another new file, order configuration.cs. And we're going to cut the rest of these and bring them over to our order configuration. And all I'm doing is typing out the iEntity type configuration. We're going to bring in order, add that using again, put interface, and we are going to do the order configuration. Same thing as the other one. And now, what we have to do is we need to tell on model creating to look for these. So what we can do is we can say model builder, and then we can apply configuration from assembly, and we will look at type of this context, and we say grab this assembly. So what's happening here is we're telling this use reflection and look for every class that implements this interface and apply the configuration. So if we want to see this in action, what we'll do is we'll drop this database and we will run this again. And what we'll see is we'll see it setting up the database. And our goal with this configuration is to make it easier to read. And if we have a lot of tables or a lot of complex configurations, for anyone that wants to see what's on the customer table, just go to the single file and understand it. So let's go. It looks like it created everything. So let's go back to our table, our database, and refresh it. As you can see, we still have the 150 on the name and then the 500 in varchar and description. Thank you for watching. Leave any feedback. Let me know if there's any other kind of tips you want to see. Thank you for watching.